father for 2025, and it is, of course, Yves Meyer from Switzerland off the line in this incredible Toyota GR Supra B58 underneath the bonnet, fires that car in. An incredible build, an incredibly nice man, and a man that's been learning and getting to grips with the Drift Masters layout. Look at that line, it was lovely. He just dropped a wheel out of that outside zone ever so slightly on the left foot brake there, keeping that car dialed. Now flicks it across the circuit, right to the edge of the circuit, gets a little early there to the outside zone, picks up all of them though. Wasn't the cleanest line in this blue Toyota GR Supra as he comes off the line through the gears now. Absolutely rip him is Yves Meyer from Switzerland. He'll want a big score. He can see the front end dip down and then back up again as he puts a big clutch kick in. What can he do as he fires across the track? This is a nicer line from Yves Meyer. And again, this is a man that's learning on the fly every single event. He gets better and better. And Yves Meyer's time to shine is coming up real soon, because this is very nice from the man from Switzerland across the line. These guys went the other way, but there we go on the line. Jack Shanahan to lead out Yves Meyer from Switzerland as they fire through the gears. Look at this, Yves Meyer onto the back bumper at GT6 already, but Shanahan's fast. But Yves Meyer's got the pace and the car to hang with him as they fire through. Yves Meyer perfectly timed the transition. Look at the dive from Yves Meyer as he now applies the pressure all over the side of that Toyota GT86. They fire through. It's a Toyota on Toyota affair out there on track as now Yves Meyer goes for the kill one more time across the line. Yves Meyer, he goes green, he jumps off the line, breaks that beam, and Shanahan's going to be in the car thinking, well, I need to pull it all out of the bag. Oh, look at the flick from Yves Meyer. Big clutch kick as he puts that GR Supra across the circuit. But Shanahan not letting him get away. The spotters would have told him that he needs to be all over the side of that blue Supra as they come down, pick up the zones, and Yves Meyer doing an incredible job out front, puts that car to angle, comes down, picks up the inner zone. Shanahan onto the door, onto the rear bumper.
Oh, man.
So we go back on the line. Yves Meyer up next in this incredible Toyota GR Supra as he flicks it across the circuit. Now looks to set it up nicely, and he does for that first outside zone. Yves Meyer been getting better and better in this car year on year, and now he seems to have perfected the style. He's learned to tame the beast as Yves Meyer flicks that car towards the wall, and Yves Meyer now going for a huge run as he fires down the hill over. Look at this, perfect from Yves Meyer in a moment. Gets that car dialed on transition, flicks it up towards the outside zone and across the line.
Oh, so comfortable.
His lifetime at the moment. Comes off the start line, through the gears he goes. The GR Supra B58 singing as he flicks it across the circuit, just kisses the curb, pushes himself where he needs to be. Heavy tag on the wall, but he deals with it. As Yves Meyer now looks for that inner zone, flicks the car across the circuit, looks for this outside zone, a little wobble, tries to dial that car into the wall as close as he can as he covers big angle, big speed, down the hill, up the hill he goes, clutch kicks that car across the line.
He's epic, he's champion, but Yves Meyer's got momentum behind him.
He certainly has got momentum behind him, but he's fighting that forward. He's feeling ever more confident in every single round of Drift Masters as they fire through off that start line. Look at Heinlein though, goes to that straight line approach as they fire on, fire into the outside zone. Look at this, it's even starting to dry now. That second outside zone, smoke appearing from both cars, and both struggling to get that car to angle as they fire through. Heinlein won't want to let Yves Meyer get away as they fire down the hill, and Yves Meyer starts to pour a gap on Laurie Heinlein, and he keeps it away from the puddle. And look at this from the Swiss driver as he puts it right where it needs to be, on throttle. Heinlein struggles. Outside zone 2 a little early. Well, it's now time to see what Heinlein can do. The weight of the finish on his shoulders as he fires through. And look at this from Yves Meyer again, another straight line approach as he now looks for the side of that S13, and Heinlein goes for shallow angle. And look at this from Yves Meyer, a big clutch kick in that GR Supra as he puts it where it needs to be. Heinlein fires through the middle of the circuit as Yves Meyer has to take to the curve to shortcut that circuit. Now they fire down to the trickiest part of the circuit. Yves Meyer's going to go wide as Heinlein gets the transition tight. Yves Meyer gets it wrong. Across the line go Meyer and Heinlein.
Yeah, that is a tough one. I mean,
to Yves Meyer in this crazy GR Supra, fires it up across the line through the gears. Comes the Swiss driver as he looks absolutely focused to dial. Problems with the car yesterday. He said the team worked tirelessly through the night. Another team that were up late trying to get it dialed in as Yves Meyer holds on to it just about. As Meyer now looks for this outside zone, looks like he's feeling a little bit comfortable, pushes it right to the edge of the circuit, now works his way down, looks for the inside zone, picks it up nicely as he fires the back end of that Supra towards the wall, full throttle for Yves Meyer as he tries to scramble, tries to get himself out of danger, tries to put himself right up in the order, and he does across the line.
Yeah, as a driver that's no stranger to driving in crazy conditions.
Meyer, the man from Switzerland in this beautiful GR Supra. Lights up the tyres as he comes off the line. Yves Meyer with 75.5. He at the moment sits in 31st place. Needs to improve. Flicks that car to angle. And he said to me earlier on in an interview that he wanted a 91, no less. Well, Wheels over the edge of the track aren't going to get you a 91, I'm sure of it, but we'll see. I'm not the judge of that as he fires through, puts the car right to the edge of the circuit. Yves Meyer doing a nice tidy job this time on his second qualifying run, foot to floor, stands on the foot brake, pushes the back of that Supra where it needs to be.
You always wonder how much each driver knows, and I know some of them want to know.
1,080 horsepower. He said it's got all of the goodies, but it certainly has if you take a look around the car. As you can see inside, full carbon fibre, pops that car into gear and fires it across the circuit. Nice line from Yves Meyer. I haven't seen this guy put one pass on the circuit down this weekend yet, but now he is absolutely flying. Oh, a little shy on that outside zone as he gets back on throttle nice and early. Yves Meyer squeezing the accelerator to keep himself on the tarmac. As he transitions into this outside zone on full throttle once again, puts the back bumper towards the wall and puts it back there once again and across the line.
Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad.
We go back on the line anyway to this man, Yves Meyer, to GR Supra. Comes off the line, the man from Switzerland fires that car in. Big brave flick across the circuit from Yves Meyer, but he's paid off at the moment as he throws more angle at it. 85 on the board for his first qualifying run. What can he do right now as he fires down in 24th place at the moment? It's going to be a nervous wait if he can't improve, but it looks like he might improve. A little shallow on the outside zone as Yves Meyer puts that car right where it needs to be. Into that outside zone, not flirting with danger, just tickles the back bumper along the wall as Yves Meyer gets the job done.
Might have been the widest initiation we've seen so far. Didn't go for that big, feint, the 1 and 2, but using the air
starts to creep off the line. It's going to be Finland versus Switzerland as they come off the line through the gears. Absolutely in the zone is Yves Meyer right now. They flick him to angle as Jarkko Juhle now finds outside zone. Oh, and he's off and it's wild and he holds on to it as Yves Meyer almost throws the car into the wall as Jarkko Juhle now drives away to finish the run.
Holy, I thought that was it for the Supra.
Yeah.
I thought that was it. Oh, man. Jarkko Juhle, do you even know what was going on behind you?
B58, standard engine.
So many numbers.
So many numbers, so many things to consider. All I know is this is a beautiful A90 Supra, and Yves Meyer is a very nice young man. What can he do, though, behind the wheel of the car? Because he's a demon when he gets into it. And now Yves Meyer finding that form, starting to look strong in 2025. A good qualifying driver now. But what can he do as he puts it back into that Supra towards wall? Full carbon Kevlar underneath that beautiful blue wrap as he flicks it to outside zone 5. And Yves Meyer is on an absolute ripper right now. Look at this on outside zone 6. Lovely line as Yves Meyer fires the back end towards the wall and across the line.
The throttle was so consistent in that.
It was like he didn't lift. I know. The lights turn amber, we wait for him to turn green, and the front wheels lift up almost off the tarmac. The sheer amount of grip dialed into these cars, and he flicks it early to initiation. Down he comes in to that first outside zone, and the car shuts down instantly.
Oh, man.
Unless a miracle happens this weekend, he can't get himself into the fight. They're into gear and off the line. It's going to be Yves Meyer to chase down Laurie Heinen as Heinen, the higher qualifier, flicks that car in towards the wall. Well, look at that. Yves Meyer makes contact with the front end. Both get themselves back into it, fire through, and Yves Meyer looks like he may have sustained some damage, struggling to get that car to angle. Laurie Heinen leaves the outside zone a little early, fires into the last two outside zones, looks for the finish line and gets it to the wall and across the line.
I'll have to get back on those replays to really understand what happened with that contact.
Laurie Heinen willing to send it. Well, they get the green light ready to go, and they're off the line and through the gears as Laurie Heinen chase down Yves Meyer for spotting the top 16 awaits, and judges will have to come in on this one as they fire in. Laurie Heinen waits for Yves Meyer to get that car set up, and it's a nice lead line so far from Meyer as he flicks it to outside zone 4. Laurie Heinen takes the opportunity on the open door to take a step in, looks for the side of that blue 890 Supra as Meyer goes wide and looks for that perfect line, and Laurie Heinen hunts him down and now starts to stamp the approval on the final outside zone.
Yeah, two gladiators just going at it.
Supra GR 890 B58, 1,080 horsepower, comes off the line. This man's driving has been getting more and more incredible. Oh! And that was a strange initiation, and he tags the wall as well, and it's another Supra tagging the wall from the Drift Force team as he now works his way into outside zone 4. I'm not sure what's going on there on that initiation. It seems like there's a few guys that have made those mistakes. We're going to get into that as we come through qualifying. Yves Meyer now looks for outside zone 6, stays in it, and the right decision. We see it with Matt Field as Yves Meyer looks for outside zone 7, collects it, puts the bumper towards the wall for the last part of the zone and across the line. And said to me earlier on in an interview, all I want to do is score a 90. Can he do it right now? He flicks that A90 Supra across the circuit. Incredible size as the headlights flicker on initiation, picks up that inside zone. He's looking good so far for Yves Meyer. A little shallow on that inner zone, but he makes it work as he now gets himself into outside zone 4. It's not nice and close to the wall. A little wobble, but he stays into it. As Yves Meyer absolutely dialed. Look at that steering angle, not corrected whatsoever as he puts it where it needs to be, into outside zone 6, nice and early, onto the wall. A little tag, flexes the tailgate of the A90 Supra, puts it onto the wall once again and across the line.
Maybe not the beginning of the run he was hoping for, but